Also new at 5:30, and a man convicted of killing a police officer decades ago returns to court asking a judge to make a life or death decision. And that convicted murderer wants the judge to set aside his death sentence.
And it's not the first time he's made this request. CBS 4's Gary Nelson is live at the Metro Justice Building in Miami with the story. Gary.
This cop killer does not deny having done it, but in this, his most recent effort to dodge the death penalty, his attorneys are arguing he's not competent to be killed. More than 25 years ago, Leonardo Franqui shot and killed a uniformed police officer. North Miami officer Steve Bauer, husband, father of 3, was murdered by Franqui and 2 accomplices as he escorted a bank teller carrying a box full of cash to a drive-through window. The case against Franqui was overwhelming, including a graphic confession. He was convicted and sentenced to death. Now he is back for a 3rd time trying to get his death sentence set aside. Kyle Bauer was in the courtroom as his father's killer tried again to escape the Grim Reaper. How old were you when your dad was murdered?
I was 3 years old.
Now 29, he speaks of 26 years of loss.
I lost the center figure of my family. It was the rock that held us together, and it was probably one of the hardest things I've ever going to go through in your life.
Franqui, originally sentenced to die in the electric chair, is arguing he doesn't have the mental capacity to be executed under Florida law. But a room full of cops say Franqui is crazy like a fox, that he carefully plotted an officer's robbery and murder.
His actions and his confessions and his words were all calculated and shows that he was of sound mind, and he's certainly capable of killing another human being and to put all those things together.
Should Franqui finally be executed?
He deserves it. He took my father away from me, and he's lived his whole life.
A life that Franqui is hoping won't end on a gurney. Now, Franqui does meet Florida's IQ level for execution. However, the U.S. Supreme Court has subsequently ruled that other factors have to be considered. So, Judge Ellen Sue Venzer now will have to determine whether, if all things considered, he is in fact fit to be put to death. We're live in Miami. Gary Nelson, CBS 4 News.
Gary, thank you very much.